Hey guys, Fury here. Today we're here with a new Warhammer video called Warhammer Inspirations. In this series, I've decided that I'm going to use cans of drinks to try and inspire different colour combinations that we can use on models. In today's video, we're using Juiced Monster Khaotic. If you don't know about Monster Energy, it's a drink that was founded in 1935, so 87 years ago, in Southern California. And today I had Monster's Khaotic, and the drink itself was really nice, but then I saw its colour combination, the different colours used in its can, and I'll show you in a moment. Whilst we move the can around, you can see all of the different colours that have been used, all the different textures on it, and I think that's really cool. So I want to try and use that onto this model here. So this is an Aspirin Champion for Slaves to Darkness, and I have a bunch of paints behind me, mainly bright colours, so like yellows and oranges, some blues, that sort of stuff. Although there is a tiny bit of white and black on there, we're going to try to not use much of that. And I've got contrast paints so that we can still have some metal bits there. So we're going to use metal paints like lead belcher and then use a contrast paint on top, just to try and get more of a metal effect, still with the colours that we want. Although the can does have silver on it, I don't think it's meant to have silver if it wasn't a can. But yeah, we're going to try it, we're going to see what we can do, and yeah, let's get straight into it. Now with colours applied, I've used the base coat of Evelyn Sunset for the main armour, the helmet and the shield. I've used lead belcher for all the metal bits, which will then be covered in Ethmatic blue, and I've used Thousand Suns for the tassel, boots and cloak. For the armour, we're going to have to do some detailing with Trollseer orange and Flash Gits yellow, especially on the helmets and those horns. So the horns we're probably going to do with some Flash Gits yellow. We're going to use some Lowdown blue for the belt and other bits that typically be brown or leathery. And then for the metal, we're going to go over it with Ethmatic blue. So let's get straight into it. Alright guys, so I've done the metal, I've done some bits in the boots, I've done the leather, the tassel, most of the orange, a lot of the yellow. So now it's time to do the fine detailing, do the cleanup, do the base, and we would have done our first model for Inspirations. Alright guys, so here we are with our final product for episode 1 of Warhammer Inspirations. On the left you can see I've made the can a lot smaller and personally a lot cuter. I did mess up a bit in the cutting of it, but in the next can we do, it'll be perfectly fine, no worries about that. Looking at the model, I think it looks really cool. I've done whatever highlighting and edge highlighting that I can, even though I'm not the best painter. And it just goes to show you can take any colour scheme that you can find or you want, and you can make something cool out of it. So let's get straight into what I've actually done to this model. If we go up close to the model, we can see that we've used yellow armour, which we have highlighted in a lighter yellow. For the metal, we've got an all metal with a bit of a blue wash over it, try and make it look sort of greeny bluey, mainly bluey but end up a bit more greeny, but it's alright. With the main weapon, again the blue just highlights a bit too much and goes into the corners and crevices, not too much the metal just becomes a bit green. For the horns on the helmet, I've done them in a light yellow and a light blue, just to stand out a bit against the main armour. For the actual eyes and the mouthpiece and all the crevices and the actual head of the helmet, I've just used an orange wash, so Citadel colours I added in a yellow, which is a contrast paint, just goes in there and looks really cool. All the robes and the boots and everything, I used Thousand Suns blue, which I then highlighted in Lowdown blue. Looking at the shield, we did the same thing with the metals. For the runes, we just went in with a black paint just to make them stand out a bit. And then we did a skeleton hand just with some normal white. Moving on to the back, nothing too special. A black wash over the yellow, orangey cloak fur thingy. And doesn't look too bad. Again, same thing with the metal. And then same thing on the cloak. Thousand Suns blue, then blue for a highlight. Doesn't look too bad. On the back, I've tried to highlight as many of the edges as possible, and for the small dots on the right hand side, I've tried to use Lilac Oxide just to make it a bit of a lighter blue and a different colour to contrast against the main thing. You can get another one at the sides. The arm gauntlet didn't end up going too well. I just did orange eyes like I did with the helmet, a bit of Lilac Oxide, a bit of white, and then the actual hand. Orange for the handle because I don't have brown. And if we look at the base, and if we look on the side of the can, I've tried to mirror that with Thousand Suns blue. The rest of the base is just orange, and I've written Khaotic in it, like there's Khaotic on the can, although I'm not good at freehand, so it looks really messy. So I do hope that you enjoyed today's episode. We'll be doing this series every single week, so leave your comment on what you want to do next. Maybe off base of a Pokemon card, some deodorant, another type of drink, another type of monster, whatever you guys want, just let me know in the comments. And I have a Patreon open, so if you want to support me in doing these projects and all, go ahead, follow that Patreon for little as £1 a month and get access to a bunch of early access videos, behind the scenes videos, all things like that. And yeah, if you guys do anything like this with Monster Energy's Khaotic, make sure you tag me on Twitter and Instagram. I'll link both those in the description of this video. That's all for now. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.